Greetings, Internet people. Raining Ramsey here. So, after I finished making my last video, I started reading news articles and watching videos, hunting for something to, I guess, metaphorically speaking, feed off of, because I'm still rather irritated about the whole situation with my place of employment, or former place of employment, I'm not sure yet. And, so I was looking around and I found an article on Yahoo News, which I will, of course, link like I always do down at the bottom. And it was an article that was basically focusing on the fact that apparently there's a new survey out that says 4 out of 5 people don't trust the government. Duh! That's all I have to fucking say about that. Well, no, it's not all I have to say about that. That's the initial thing I have to say about that is DOI! Of course, any fucking person that actually spends time in contact with people in the real fucking world, average Joes, realizes that the American people haven't fucking trusted the government for quite some fucking time. So, that this would be a need to, or someone saw the need to do a survey or a poll on this just kind of makes me laugh to myself. But, just out of sheer morbid curiosity or maybe even masochism, I went ahead and I read on. And it pretty much put forth the statistic that, let's see, the survey found that just 22% of those questioned say they can trust Washington almost always or most of the time, and just 19% say they are basically content with it. And I thought about that for a second. I said, I wonder. So I went to Google and I typed in percentage of American households making more than $100,000 a year. And I came up with the website that actually provided me with the exact, or it wasn't a website so much as an article or a blog or something that somebody had done that provided me with exactly the information I was looking for. And it has a little chart and it shows the percentage of people and how much money they're making past $65,000 a year. And wouldn't you fucking know it, let me see, a direct quote from just below that graph says, as you can see from the above chart, only 17.8% of all U.S. households make more than $118,200 a year. Now, in the page, the survey, flip back to the survey article, it mentioned that there could be a 2 to 4% margin of error. Well, if we take 22 and apply a 4% negative margin of error, we get 18. If we take 19% and apply a 2% negative margin of error, we get 17. So it seems to me that there is some sort of correlation between the fact that anyone who makes more than $100,000 a year seems to trust the government. Now, I'm sure that is an assumption there. I have no actual proof that links these two numbers. I just find it to be an just amazing and hysterical fucking coincidence that, just to round things off, 18% of America trusts the government and 18% of America is making more than $100,000 a year. That just seems like an amazing coincidence to me. So, I mean, because we all know that the government kind of looks out for the rich, or at least has been for quite some fucking time, because the government is made up of the rich, or those who are going to be rich through their work in government, which kind of makes me laugh. So, this whole scenario this makes me fucking laugh. First, that they would feel the need to do this article based on this poll that's basically common fucking knowledge, that everybody knows that the government fucking sucks. And then, the correlation that I've just mentioned between the percentages of Americans not trusting and making shit tons of money per year. And so, but the original article actually goes on to bring up another point that kind of got me thinking. It says, direct quote, "Distrust could lead people to refuse to vote or get involved in their own communities. Apathy could set in, or worse, violence." And I got to thinking about that for a second. I thought to myself, wouldn't it be absolutely fucking hysterical if at the next, these midterm elections that are coming up, 95 fucking % of America just straight up said, you know what, fuck you, I'm not voting for any of these assholes because they're going to take part in a fucking system that is not going to properly represent me and my interest as the common man, because we are the fucking majority of the goddamn country, those of us that are in the fucking middle, that are making barely enough money to survive, that have no real advantages whatsoever in advancing in fucking society. And we're the bulk of the fucking nation, because really, on a world scale, I think, what's the old thing say, that less than 1% of people in the world control more than 90% of the fucking wealth. So, but they do so on the backs of those who do the fucking work. So it kind of made me think that it'd be absolutely fucking hysterical and just an absolute, middle finger to the government if, virtually nobody fucking showed up at the next election. And, of course, all those, voting rights people and people that say, you need to get out and vote, are gonna, come at me and say things like, well, that's just part of the problem. People not voting is why our system is so fucked up, and blah, 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 blah. And, to be honest, we had a higher voter turnout at this last election than we've ever had in fucking years and years and decades and all that shit. And obviously that doesn't seem to fucking matter, because things are still going on that the 80% of the fucking people are going, whoa, 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 what the fuck are you doing? That went on under the fucking Bush moron years. It's going on under the new Obama moron years. It's something that's never going to fucking change, because no fucking huge-ass government is really ever going to do anything to make the fucking people happy unless they scale it back. That seems to be what everybody fucking wants right now, is it just scale it back, get your government fucking hands out of my life. So that's basically the point of everything that I'm trying to bring up, leading up into questions, is saying, well, what do you think? Big government, small government, is the government fucking up? Is the government doing good? What do you think? Send me your comments, your video responses, your private messages, and I will compile that information and possibly do nothing with it, or maybe do something with it. I have no fucking clue. So there it is. There's my opinion. Let me know what yours is. Yes, let me knows. Great grammar from Ranning Ramsey. Peace.